It is one of the greatest competitions on the planet. I'm talking about the Champions League, and both sides are thrilled to be here. Now they want to make it count on the big stage. Stay with us, we'll have it all for you coming up next on EA TV. And welcome on a soggy night here at the Ramon Sanchez Pizjuan Stadium. I'm Derek Ray, and delighted to have Stuart Robson sharing commentary duties with me. And this is where it all starts in the UEFA Champions League, the group stage and match day one. My goodness, so much to look forward to. Stuart, your expectations?
Well, thanks, Derek. This is such an important game. Both sides will be desperate to start this group well. Let's hope we see some great football today.
This is how Sevilla will line up. In goal, it's Marko Dimitrovic. Ivan Rakitic plays alongside Fernando in the centre of midfield. And as for the attack, well, it has a bold look about it with three forwards listed from the beginning. Let's have a look at the initial 11 for the visitors. Stanislav Lobotka plays with Diego Demme in central midfield. And the striker today is Victor Osimhen. It's the opening match day, Champions League group stage, match day one, underway. Politano. Good looking move this. Lobotka. And that's a corner. They take it short. Andre Frank Zombo Ongisa. I'm not testing the keeper at all with that effort. Match day one in the Champions League, always exciting. And as soon as the teams were drawn into this particular group, we all thought, my goodness, that's a hard one to predict the outcome of.
Yeah, this is a tough group, that's for sure. It's anybody's...
Oh, hang on, Stuart, big chance here. And a goal right off the bat. No wonder they're jumping for joy.
Well, here's the replay. Watch how he goes past his man with such ease, and it's just a change of pace. And the finish is clinical. He just makes it look so easy, doesn't he?
So the match has restarted, 1-0 here. Disappointing pass. Marcao. Bade. Marcao has it. Nemanja Gude. Onto Ocampos. Nemanja Gude. Well, a decent idea, but just slightly overcooked. Torres. Lucas Ocampos. Crossed accurately towards the far post. Well, in fact, a bit too close to the goalkeeper, and that was always going to be claimed. Well, the supporters think it's on. Is it going to be? And a goal! They've increased their lead, and they don't want to be throwing it away from here.
As the replay shows, this is all about his ability to find space in the box, which then makes the finish look so much easier. That's good play from him.
So back underway, with the scoreline standing at 2-0. And players waiting in the centre. Now this could really lift spirits. And oh, it's in! We cannot declare this contest over. They still believe.
Well, here's the replay, and it all starts off with that cross into the box, just begging for a teammate to get on the end of it. And the finish is just as good. That's an excellent goal.
So the ball is rolling again. 2-1 the scoreline. Nemanja Gude. Ivan Rakitic. Lamela. Onto Rakitic. Fernando. Torres. It did look on for them, but not to be. Osimhen. Marcos Acuna. Youssef En-Nesyri. High quality defending. Stanislav Lobotka. Osimhen. And winning it back. Could be a chance to break here. Can they take advantage of the situation? Lamela! And able to get a body in the way. Ongisa. Osimhen. A really committed challenge, and it's gone out for a throw-in. Well, he keeps going, but they dealt with the threat posed. Fernando. Nemanja Gude. Ocampos. Good tackle taken away. could level it. That is a tackle and a half. Ocampos. It's Torres now. And that puts them in position. And keeping it out. And he's fired over the corner. Can they hit on the break? Well, that's in the remit of any referee to stop play. It's what he's going to do, so the player can receive attention. A drop ball after the injury situation. Torres. Well, adding up all the stoppages, we will have 2 extra minutes. And after that fantastic effort, it's gone out for a throw-in. Now, what on earth happened there? Matteo Politano. Well, very effective play in possession. And the half-time whistle is sounded. That is going to be all for the first 45 here at the Estadio Ramon Sanchez Pizjuan. And a performance of authority in the first half from Matteo Politano. What did you make of his contribution?
Yeah, he's done okay in that first half. He's had a lot of the ball, he's used it well, and he's been energetic. But unfortunately, that can't be said about the rest of the team, who need to improve if they're going to turn this around.
It's the opening match day. Champions League group stage, match day 1, underway. And a goal right off the bat. No wonder they're jumping for joy. Well, the supporters think it's on. And a goal! They've increased their lead, and they don't want to be throwing it away from here. And players waiting in the centre. And oh, it's in! We cannot declare this contest over. They still believe. And that puts them in position. And keeping it out. And so the second half of this Champions League group stage match day 1 contest commences. Well, they did have the ball, but not anymore. Politano. Can they create something from here? A fine reading of the situation. Di Lorenzo. And the snuffing out of the cross there. That was perfectly timed, and it is going to be a corner. But he's gone short with it. And he takes it away. Now let us point you in the direction of Champions League group stage action coming up live here on EA TV. It's Sevilla taking on Bayer Leverkusen.
That should be a tasty encounter. Plenty of quality in those two sides. Certainly one to enjoy.
Makes the move to the inside. Rakitic. And narrowly off target here.
Well, it's still all to play for, but that was a good effort, wasn't it?
Intense pressure. Demme. Andre Frank Zambo Anguissa. Lindström. Sevilla recovering possession well. Not the best challenge, free kick. Well, no shortage of live action coming your way right here on EA TV. And Stuart and I looking forward to being with you for this match.
I'm really looking forward to that. Two entertaining teams in what should be a really feisty affair.
Lucas Ocampos. Well, the keeper's eyes were on the prize, in this case the ball. Giovanni Di Lorenzo. On the ball, Demme. Not much time to make up his mind. And that's very good refereeing to let the play flow. Read it well. Lucas Ocampos. It's in. They're looking really relaxed and confident and not giving the opposition much of a look in.
Well, just look at this. It's a good finish and reward for their pressure. They really have controlled this game.
So there it is, 3-1 the current scoreline here. Andre Frank Zambo Anguissa. And a fine tackle. Politano. Well shown inside. Real chance. A goal here. Giving his team precisely what they were looking for. Now he deserves to celebrate it.
Well, here we can see it again. Look at the way he glides past the defender to create space for himself. And then the finish is fairly simple in the end. That's a good goal.
Two it is. Who would have predicted that before a ball was kicked? Marcao. Nemanja Gudel. Marcao has it. Hanging on to the ball in this fashion suits them. Loic Bade. Lamela with it. Ivan Rakitic. That's a well-struck pass. Lucas Ocampos. And a chance to whip it in here. Ocampos. Nemanja Gudel. Alert defending. Over the touchline for a throw-in. And a substitution in the offing. Juan Jesus. On the cusp of the final whistle, and they're making home advantage count, but only just. Stuart, your thoughts?
Well, their attacking play has been excellent today. However, by throwing so many players forward, they've looked vulnerable at the back, which is why this will be a nervy finish. They just need to hold on here.
Ivan Rakitic. Here's Marcos Acuna. Loic Bade. Well, by playing keep ball like this, they're keeping the opposition at bay. Youssef En-Nesyri. There's a slide rule pass. Lamela. Played into the box. Unable to get a body in the way. And they deal with the threat this time. Lamela. Well, they know they need to stop him. That's going to be a Sevilla ball. Lamela. Can he finish them off? Terrific block there. It did look on for them, but not to be. He's in with a chance. And a touch of finesse. And a goal to level it up late on here. Just look at the reaction.
Well, here's the replay. Watch how he goes past his man with such ease, and it's just a change of pace. And the finish is sublime. He sees the keeper's position and just chips it over him. It's a breathtaking goal.
There were many who had counted them out. This has been quite the fight back. Stanislav Lobotka. Elbas on the attack. Is there to be late drama? Opportunity it is. And there is the final whistle, an evenly contested game, and both teams will have to be content with a point here on match day 1, Stuart.
Well, a draw was just about the right result, but the focus has to be on the next game now. Both sides will be looking for their first win, otherwise they could be playing catch-up.
Well, this man has given us plenty of reasons to dwell on his performance, hasn't he, Stuart?
Well, he did everything right today, didn't he? He was outstanding in front of goal, but it still wasn't enough to get the victory. Some of their defending was really poor.
Well, the supporters think it's on. And a goal! They've increased their lead, and they don't want to be throwing it away from here. And players waiting in the centre. And oh, it's in! We cannot declare this contest over. They still believe. Lucas Ocampos. It's in! They're looking really relaxed and confident and not giving the opposite. Politano. Well shown inside. Real chance. A goal here, giving his team precisely what they were looking for. Now he deserves to... And a touch of finesse. And a goal to level it up late on here.